So I think he now said, you know what, focus on the job. I got the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That was what he said. And he wants credits for that.
Give me.
No,
Like,
I said, okay, thank you. Hi guys, welcome to Brunch and Banter. My name is Aigbeme. This is another episode of Brunch and Banter. As you know, I'm the co-host. We have new guests and a whole new spread. I'm head chef of Brunch and Banter. This is my co-host. You know what we do here? We gather immigrants, tell positive stories, building a community one spread at a time. Chimezie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, you guys know me. My name is Chimezie, suffering sous chef and co-host of the
I don't think anybody knows you, but okay.
Jesus. Well, that's okay. We have two great guests today. We have Dokun and Seun. Dokun I've known for a long time. Dokun, how long have we known?
Thinking about it, vast days.
Yeah,
about 2014, yeah? 2014, about 11 years now, yeah.
And Seun more recently.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's going to be an exciting episode. You guys sit back, enjoy the spread and the conversation. Let's go.
Hi guys, okay, so what do we have on the table today? I like to brag that I cook all these things. I was going to say that he helped a little bit. He helped
a co-chef then?
A tiny bit. No, I won't give him co-chef. I will give him like the guy around the kitchen that does odd things.
You see,
like
on Fridays, she gave me a full scap list.
Yeah.
I left the house like noon. No jokes. I got back at 4.
Yeah, why did it take you so long? You were gone forever.
Because she gave me a list and I was going from shop to shop. I went to Aldi first.
Mm-hmm.
I look. I found what I could find. I paid. I now went to African store. They were praying.
Yeah, because it was on Friday.
For prayer. So I now went to Sainsbury's. This is like 15 minutes drive. Right. Went to Sainsbury's, bought the things on the back from Sainsbury's, went back to the African store. They open. Now brought and came back. She's now here saying, I'm the head chef. No problem.
But I am the head chef.
Yeah, she is. She was just doing the running around.
Exactly.
Just a bit.
But running around.
As well, because if he doesn't run around, you won't get it.
Yeah, but what's the definition of what's the definition of chef?
I did the shopping.
Well,
I said I did the cooking.
So
I'm not giving you co-chef for going to the store. Can I introduce the food that I cooked all by myself with no help from you? Okay.
I cooked the
yam. Oh, yeah. He brought the yam. I want to tell you the story of the yam, guys. So I was busy doing other things, and he comes in the kitchen. Oh, what can I help you? Okay, what can I help you, baby? What can I help you with? I'm like, okay, boil yam. That's like the easiest thing. Literally, anybody can boil yam. He then cuts the yam and puts it in one very small pot. Mm-hmm. And if you don't lay yam out right in the pot, it won't cook evenly. So he now started kicking knives inside each of them. He's not done. I'm like, of course it can't be done because you didn't lay it flat. You have to lay it flat. We now have to move it to a bigger pot. He now said, oh, if I put the knife and it comes out clean, that means it's done. I said, no. If you put the knife and it goes in without resistance, then it's done. I say, oh, then it's not done. I then just take it, check it. I'm like, this is done. Literally almost overcooked. Can you take it out of the fire? It is today. I was 2 years old when I knew that my husband cannot boil yam.
I like yam overcooked.
So, yeah.
Thank you for that, Dokun.
Yeah.
Well, let's set a thing here. I put on her side or you on my side.
No, there's no sides.
I'm not picking sides, to be honest. I'm not even picking sides.
You don't need to respond.
I'm not, no.
I can stop them.
Because it will do you no good. Unresponsive will do you no good, to be honest. So let's just keep it pushing.
Let's keep it pushing.
Anyway, there's a lot of man to be born to suffer. So no problem. Continue, my dear.
All right. So we have some garlic bread with what's on it, like cheese and parsley. Then we have boiled yam prepared by yours truly. I'm not properly prepared. Then we have pork sausages that's like sauteed in like a chili sauce with onions and whatever. And we have like this fish sauce with ukpaka. What's the English name for ukpaka?
Ukpaka.
Ukpaka is the English name. Are you sure? Okay. So the sauce goes with the yam. It's like I don't know. That's what Chimezie wanted to eat. If you're trying to figure out why.
So it's just yam. It's just yam and this sauce.
Yeah.
Or can you have any other thing?
You can have whatever. You can eat it however you want. I'm just saying that when I was creating it in my head, the sauce goes with the yam, but you can eat it with the potatoes. Yeah, okay. This is like potatoes and mushrooms. Then this is a garlic basmati rice. This is a black bean steak sauce. That's some pepper chicken. We have a veggie salad over there and a cream cheese with like an apple walnut topping and salted caramel topping. That's really good for dessert. Yeah. And then we have lots of drinks like gin and tonic, vodka and orange. So let's brunch and be merry, guys. Yay!
Thank you.
Dig it.
I'm just trying to see what I'm going to start.
So
I'll just start with the drink because I'm not out.
Yeah, that's what
okay, we drink guys.
Dokun is a Jai guy. I suspect you're a Jai guy.
Oh, he is definitely. He's a Sule.
All right.
Where's Sule? Stadium Hotel.
You know, every Sunday that we're recording this, I typically don't eat that day because I know what's in front of me, and you know I want to eat as much as possible.
In your belly.
Yeah.
No. I've always really enjoyed making these Sunday spreads because not just because of food, but just because of the vibes.
You naturally love to cook, isn't it?
Yeah, naturally love to cook.
I love to cook as well, so.
Yeah.
I think it has to come from a place where you actually like to cook.
Yes.
If you don't like to cook,
if you don't enjoy cooking, there's no way, no way you're doing that.
It becomes a chore for you.
Yeah.
What is it for you, Chimezie? This cooking thing.
Oh, hey.
Is it stressful?
It's happy to go shopping.
Literally, that's beginning and end of it.
What's beginning and end? Don't like cuts. Don't like.
You like things.
Especially now that it's cold. She doesn't like going into the cold. So if she forgets anything, you have to send me to go and get it. Sometimes in one evening, I can go like 10 times. Isn't that enough contribution?
10 times.
Isn't that enough contribution to this?
You record your rings, daily ring. So now how many
steps you are taking?
She's been trying to get me to walk with her. But
it doesn't like going on walks.
I don't like walks.
Oh, I do. I love it.
I can play football for
hours. One of the reasons why I always wanted to live in the UK, sorry, Jim, is that I could go on walks. Every time I used to go on walks in Lekki, he would go crazy because he felt that it was dangerous because I walk in the evenings. But when we moved here, I was like, oh my God, I can go on walks.
Anytime.
I can go on walks anytime. And it's safe and the roads are wide. There's a walkway for pedestrians.
But that's not the story. The reason why I got angry was that one day she went on a walk from where we used to live just before Chevron Drive to Lekki Phase 1. And she was walking on the express. Like, see express, see you.
Dangerous, though.
Why is that dangerous? There was no walkway to walk on.
Anything that happened, one drunk driver could have flown off the express and hit you. Kidnappers would just stop, carry you inside the car, film to Ekpe. Anything would have happened. If you want to use inner streets, that's fine. Because you can go from our house to Kefu without touching the express. But doing it by the road, and when it was dark, that's why I said it was.
It wasn't dark, it was early evening. It only got dark when I was coming back.
I do a lot of walks too, because in Bedford, you have the woods. And from my house here, you can take the woods to town center and come back without actually going on like proper.
That time I came to see you in Bedford, that place that we walked, where did we go to? That's by the river.
River bank.
Really nice.
I like that place. Yeah, we walked there as well.
Yeah. It's really nice.
And how have you guys sort of found living in the UK versus your life in Nigeria? Let's hear about that. Like when did you come? How long have you been here? How did you get here?
And why? I think you should add why as well.
What happened? Why did you
decide? Exactly, because that's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
For me, it was all about access to the world, right? Dual citizenship, strong passports. I'm a business guy. I love business, and I think that a lot of people make business happen outside Nigeria, to be honest. So you have a business partner, you really want to meet with this business partner. The guy has access to the world and he says, hey, come to US tomorrow.
Let's meet in Japan.
Or let's meet in Japan. And you're saying, oh, sorry, I can't meet you in Japan because I have to apply for a visa and everything. You can even lose deals that way. You get what I mean? I think that was the first thing for me, access to the world. And secondly, I wanted my first child to be a citizen of the US. So we wanted to give birth to my first child in the US and they denied my wife the visa. So we
What was that?
2022.
Okay.
That was 2022.
After COVID.
Yeah, after COVID. So we then started to re-strategize and replan our lives to say, what's the next easiest thing? First of all, to make that child a citizen. And then the next one that we would, or we plan to give birth to make a citizen as well. So we said, okay, I think that UK is the next best thing for us, to be honest. For me, I was being the journey. I was working. I don't know if I should say I was earning decent, but with the exchange rate at that time.
But you had a good life in Nigeria.
Yeah. And I had a business apart from working, to be honest. Yeah, and I was running a business. So I think I was okay.
Definitely upper class. You were rich. You were 1%.
Yeah, maybe not upper class, but I was there. I was living life, surviving, enjoying myself. Like, no pressure on me for rent or anything you get. So, and I said, you know what? Now is the time to leave. What are we going to do? Start to speak to my wife about it. My wife was born here, but she's not a citizen because they had to go back home and all of that. They only came here to give birth to my wife and they went back home. So we said, you know what? I think it's an opportunity for us to try and even pursue your own citizenship because we were born here. Let's see maybe when we get here, there's anything that we can do. But trust me, we've been pursuing that for a while and nothing has happened, right? And while we're trying to relocate, I then thought about it and said, okay, I can work in Nigeria since I can work remotely or even in the office. I can work in Nigeria and fund my family while they are here. But I think as I was relocating, pounds started doubling.
And we know why.
Yeah, pounds doubled.
We know why.
So it was very impossible for me because, you know what, one I think as at the time I relocated, it was £1 was equal to about 990 naira or 900 naira.
This was in 22?
Yeah, in 22. Yeah. Yeah, 22, June
23.
No, 23, sorry, June 2023, yeah.
Okay.
So it was 900, I think about 900. And then within 1 year, it went to 2,000. I'm like, no.
Now is the time.
I can't do this.
I
have to start earning, I have to start earning in pounds because it doesn't make sense. Because what would happen is I'll be maintaining my rent in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'll be paying rent over here.
UK, yeah.
I'll be sending them money. I'll be feeding myself. I have a car here. I want my family to have a car here. No, that's not possible.
Yeah.
So that sort of like, that was it for me.
You had to pack up permanently.
Because initially when we came, I was still maintaining my house in Nigeria. And I said, okay, you know what? I need to go back home, try and probably sell or pack those things away and then stop paying that rent and then come and start a life here. To be honest, and starting a life here, culture shock, obviously.
Oh, of course.
First,
tell us about some of that culture shock.
So firstly, we had a lot of help in Nigeria with regards to
I can relate.
childcare. And trust me.
And how old were your kids when you moved?
First, I only had one.
You only had
She
one?
was 6 months.
Okay.
About 6 to 7 months, basically. Yeah, 6 to 7 months. And even only that one, we needed help because obviously I needed to work. My wife needed to work where we were going to drop the kid.
Yeah.
So that was the first one. I remember my wife saying, I don't like this place. I want to go back.
Yeah,
I
said that too.
Yeah, it was very cheap to get a driver. Even though I didn't have a driver, I just knew that.
You didn't have a driver because you didn't need a driver.
Exactly. I just knew that when I wanted a driver or when I needed a driver,
you could afford
just say, okay, you know what? Let's get a driver tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing my wife said. this place is tiring. I don't think I can do this. I'm like, but you like this place now? She said, look, we're enjoying in Nigeria. My wife never goes to the market in Nigeria.
Nice, right.
I do all the market runs, trust me. We went to the market once
You mentioned
together and she had headache. I just said, you know what? Just stay in the car. Don't worry. I'll do the running around.
Yeah.
So most times I go to play football on Saturday. When I'm coming back, I do the market runs. Yeah, but back to the UK challenges, yeah. So the first one, culture shock, childcare, that was the number one.
Yeah.
Number two, obviously, because we were living outside London, I needed to start driving. And then I failed my driving test
How many times did you fail?
once. But I thought I should have passed
Two
once.
failures.
No, I should have actually passed once, but the guy was just faffing around and permits me to use that word. But yeah, driving, second one. Third one, I like to cut my hair every time.
Every week. Every other week.
Nigeria, every other week. First of all, I'm loyal to barbers, right? I'll use one particular guy.
So you
cut
can't
my
use
hair.
it.
It messes up.
But it won't even mess up. It's either, I can't use it again.
Relocated or
I
something,
relocated or I
yeah.
moved away from that
Or you moved
particular
from the
location,
area,
or he
right.
moved away.
Yeah.
I would use typically a barber for 5 years minimum.
Really?
Yeah. So I was sad about that because I like to look good and I'm like, and that's why I have this mustache here. Because I only go to one barber and my barber is in London. Just imagine that.
In London.
In London, trust me.
Sorry, Dokun.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
live in Bedford.
Yeah.
Isn't there any barber in Bedford that you've used and you said, okay,
I won't
this guy
even
is good?
try.
Just because the worry, the fear of your hairline, you see the hairline,
my
you just
hairline
your
and all of that. I won't even try it.
But you
Yeah.
tried the guy in London.
Exactly. You had to find one in London.
So-
Why don't you find
So I
one in
was from
Bedford?
like referral.
Yeah, from referral.
Referrals.
So I saw someone
Somebody's
that,
haircut.
yeah, I
This
saw
is
someone's
nice.
haircut.
That's how I got my barber as well.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
My barber is in Bletchley, and I'm not going to go anywhere else because I mean, obviously I stay in Milton Keynes, so it's easier for me to just go all the way to Bletchley. And if it's not there, I'm going
What's
back
the
home.
barber's this thing? Because it's like, yeah, I don't
We go there.
You can just go to wherever is available.
Oh, you'll do the first because just short conclusion.
And you got some
The
awful.
first time I tried a barber here, I was in tears. I'm not gonna lie. The guy, he literally messed my hair.
And is your barber
He's a black
black?
barber. Yeah, this person was a black
Okay.
barber.
Where?
In MK, he featured me. Yeah,
Wait. Is it the guy
just by the
African store?
yeah by the African store. That guy.
Oh!
I was standing.
Just to
No, the guy, no, and he just kind of
Which one?
speaking. I really can't remember because that was the only time I went there and I didn't go back again. So he just kind of talking to me, telling me, do I like my haircut? Because like I've seen what he had done. I was so upset. I was sad. And because because when I came in, I'd kept my hair for a long time because I didn't find who to cut my hair for me. And then my cousin just said to me, he can show me somebody. And he took me there. Out of excitement, that this is a black barber, he understand my hair. He just destroyed my hairline. I had to grow my hair for time after cutting it again.
I used to go there.
I feel like barbing is one of the challenges that we actually faced as for people that like to look good from where we're coming from. Because I know every fortnight we get to get haircuts.
Yeah, and
I
cheap
know.
again.
And she's not expensive. It's expensive hair. It's
It
like,
was just really expensive finding hair care. Like who to braid my hair, where to make my hair. In Nigeria, I'll braid my hair like 20 grand, 30 grand max. Yeah, I'm braiding my hair 150 pounds, 200 pounds. I'm like, this is
disgusting.
madness.
I'm not gonna lie, disgusting.
And I think that's why when the women, when they go to Nigeria, the first thing they go do is braid.
Yeah.
Just
Last
last for
long.
the next 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Last long.
Unrelated, did you guys see that Harvard undergrad that won an award for creating a robot that braids hair?
No,
Really?
no.
Yeah, there was like a startup, competition somewhere. Different graduates came and she won. She was like, look, there has been no innovation in braiding for a long time. It takes hours to braid hair and then
It's usually
Robot
a minimum of
skill.
3 to 4 people to help you.
exactly multiple people. So if you're running a salon, there's like time pressure, all of that, and it's very expensive.
And
But now she invented a robot. So all you have to do as the stylist is start the braid, the robot to finish the braid.
That's quite.
You can cut a 5-hour braiding session into an hour. It was absolutely brilliant. And even
And then more braids, more people. It was
very neat. Like my jaw was on the floor. I was like, this is incredible.
Wow.
She literally invented a robot and she used like AI and machine learning to teach the robots how to braid.
It sounds like
It's crazy.
weaving.
Yeah,
Because there are weaving machines that are weave cloth and stuff.
thread.
So just
exactly.
put one hair here, put one hair here.
Exactly.
Let the thing
Let the
spin
things- yeah, exactly.
So it's AI machine learning.
What? She has to code it into the machine now. She has to code it into the machine how to break the hair. Anyway, I digress. Please go back to your challenges while you were.
I think for now, that's what I can remember. Yes, very important one, job. Well, I mean, there are loads.
You were going to say
there are loads. No, I'm just taking it
step by
step, and as I remember. So, job, I got 1 million, unfortunately. I'm exaggerating here, 1 million, but trust me, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we found another candidate that is more.
So many reasons.
Yeah.
And I started getting frustrated, to be honest. One thing is, I didn't leave my business in Nigeria. I kept on doing my business, so I was still making money Naira.
Well, you left your 9 to 5.
I was still doing my 9 to 5 while I was trying to look for another job, obviously. Yeah. So I was earning money from my 9 to 5 and I was doing my business. So I was making money combined, and I think it was just okay, but not up to the level that would take care of me and my family properly or make us comfortable. So that was another challenge before I got a job.
And how did that feel? Was that really scary? Like, oh my God, I've made the biggest mistake of my life. Why did I bring my family here? People! Or did you have faith that, you know what, part of life, I'll find something, nothing shake, like you were just...
Let me answer for Dokun.
Okay.
I think he had faith. I'm sure he had faith.
Yeah, I actually did.
Because we spoke a lot of that.
Yeah. I had faith, and I thought that all I just needed was one.
Just one year.
Break. Yeah.
All I needed was one. Let me get in there, and I'm going to work.
Get in there?
Workaholic. I'll be there delivering things. You get, and I mean, when you deliver too much too, it's a problem because they've given me the biggest.
That guy is a deliverer. Let's keep.
And they've given me one project that is crazy now. Anyway, so back to some of the other challenges. What else? Thinking about what else? Maybe I should allow Seun to speak.
Did you get homesick?
That one regularly.
We'll unpack that after show because I want to understand what you were missing at home.
Yeah, I mean, I can answer that question whilst I'm speaking. Anyway, for me, I moved here in 2022.
Okay.
I moved here because, first of all, I'm single, so I had a chance to try different things.
Okay.
Nigeria was decent and not so decent at the same time. It was getting harder. Okay. And I just thought, you know what? Now that I'm still single and by myself, I can take a risk.
Sorry, Seun. Can I ask, when you were in Nigeria, what were you doing?
I was working, I was an insurance broker in Nigeria. Yeah. Okay. So it was
enough. Are you still an insurance broker?
No, not anymore. No,
you pivoted your career?
Yeah, I had to because of, I needed something to do.
I didn't know you were single. How old are you, please?
I'm 34.
You're too young. I'm too young.
You have an auntie.
So at the time,
so many single girls.
Yes.
You don't have girls. You have aunties because
I'm
34. I'm 34. You're the child.
I have like a 35-year-old girl. But anyway, let me not try and match.
Well, age is the number, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
Matchmake on
at
this
the
table.
time, it was. So
I don't know if you're a good guy, Seth. Are you? Can you match for my people's? My team.
I'm asking for your people.
That's what you can do. Guys that are not,
Yeah. So for me at the time, it was just ideal, and it made sense to me to just try something else because Nigeria was just not working. Whether you had it or you didn't have it, it just wasn't working at the time.
I hear you.
Yeah, I didn't want to come to the UK. I'm not gonna lie because I didn't like the UK. It was just too. It's too tight. The UK. I always go to America.
When you say tight, what do you mean?
In terms of like standard way of life and things like from what I know, like family and friends that I know, they don't have. So because I go out a lot in Nigeria. Dokun and I've known Dokun for a really long time, and we always go out. So we just knew that the UK was not just it. As for me as a person, So I tried to go to America, but unfortunately I didn't get a visa. I tried in 2018 and 2019. I didn't get the visa. I'm like, you know what? And then I already had a master's in Nigeria. Why don't I come and do a master's here? It's expensive. But I just felt, you know what? Instead of why not just give it a try? I mean, come and do a master's here. And then at the time, the UK was the only country that was easy to get into at the time when I left because every other person was just tight. So I'm like,
sorry. I know I'm interrupting you a lot.
No, it's fine.
Did you try other European countries?
I didn't
because I know people that
I was very UK or Canada.
So listen, I was very particular about where I wanted to go because I wanted to go to a place where I was going to have like support system, family.
Yeah, very important.
I didn't want to isolate myself.
You have people
I got people in the UK, Canada, and America.
Yeah.
But I know that if I go to, I will not struggle as much.
Makes sense.
And so I thought the UK was, so in terms of like where I have people the most, I think it's the UK. I got loads of family members here.
Okay.
So it made sense for me to just come here.
Yep.
So I came into the UK to come and study. So I did my master's here, and for me, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be very, very honest on this podcast. In terms of like struggling, because I see people coming and they struggle, I did not struggle. Because I had like a good support system in family. So I didn't need to struggle.
You had where to sleep.
I had where to stay. I had food to eat.
You were not under pressure.
Exactly. The only pressure I had was to pay my fees.
Yeah.
That was the only pressure I had. And for my school, I was able to pay at least 85% of the fees for a year.
Even before you got here.
So I wasn't under that pressure to look for money.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to still work.
Yeah.
And no job was coming. The first culture shock I had was the weather. It was dark at 3. I was so sad.
that was hard.
In winter.
I landed about to get into winter. So it was sad. I was sad. I'm not gonna lie.
At the same time.
I was sad.
We landed in October.
I was sad when I realized that it's 3 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's dark, it's black. It's because I was going to uni. So I needed to find my way around.
Yeah.
And I got lost. That's one of the things that didn't happen to me the most was getting lost. Because I was staying in London when I first got here.
London is easy to navigate. Why were you getting lost?
Because I don't think it was easy. Because they all look the same. They all look the same.
Sorry,
It's really hard to get lost in London.
We have frequent arguments about London. She said that if we didn't have kids, that should have loved to stay in London.
Live. That's the city after my heart.
I hate London.
London is the city after my heart.
London is exciting. I like London.
I love
because
London.
Of the lifestyle.
I love the lifestyle.
Because of the lifestyle. But
I love the lifestyle. I love
for
the
me
fact
as a single person.
I love the
I feel like I'll be distracted if I settle in.
No, if I were single,
there are a lot of distractions in London. There's
like
so many
what?
distractions in London.
Like what?
Like for me, in terms of like having to save, because I like to go out and then there's places to go.
Exactly.
Then that's me spending money.
Life.
I just got into this country. I don't need to start from that. I need to get used to the system.
You manage how often you go out.
Unfortunately,
of course, you have some self-control.
Speaking on that London
Unfortunately,
topic, for me, I'd lived in Lagos all my life. And
exactly.
And
London is a vibe.
No. So, yes,
Lagos.
it's a vibe, but I'd lived in Lagos all my life. I wanted a shift from Lagos. Well, no, let me not say I wanted a shift. I would have loved to land in Lagos, but
in London.
In London. But because I didn't land in London, I landed here and I started to see things outside the fast life. You get? Because I'd never seen anything outside the fast life. I was only seeing Lagos. It was just Lagos all my life. But now I came here and I saw another angle to life. You can actually like live decent, go walk, do anything you like.
I find this suburban living extremely boring.
It is boring. Very boring.
I think it depends on your personality.
But for your personality, you love it because he's an introvert. He's a homebody. He likes being at home. I find it extreme. There is no way I would ever live here if I didn't have kids.
I'm not gonna lie. When I moved here, because I stayed in London for a bit, but because my uni was close to Milton Keynes, so I had to move to Milton Keynes. When I moved here and I saw the lifestyle, the way it is, I was sad.
It's so boring. It's insane.
Keynes has things to do.
There's
like what?
to do.
No,
like downtown has restaurants there.
Yeah, you go and sit in a restaurant.
By myself. It's just me. I don't have no friends here. I just moved here.
From your university?
No, my university. I didn't have friends from my uni. My friends from my uni stayed in far places as well. So everyone was just trying to struggle to get themselves together. So it was difficult to actually just go out. We went out a few times, but I'm staying here and I'm saying
well, now you have us as friends.
Exactly.
We're also not exciting, by the way.
This is nice.
We're not.
This is nice.
Well, we can invite you to have a meal. Outside of that,
I'm saying like after going to work, I'll be going to class.
Yeah.
And coming home. I had a triangle lifestyle. It was just school, home, and then when I got a job,
it's so boring.
It was very boring. So it was just I didn't have nothing else to do.
Your triangle was school,
home, and work.
No church.
No church. There was no church. There was no church. So because I go to church a lot in Nigeria, so there was I didn't find a church here.
So you didn't have a community.
I didn't have I didn't have nothing when I first came.
Yeah.
So it was a struggle.
What did you do for relaxation?
Now,
when you were at that period of your life,
I was just home. And because of my family members, they were born here, they've been staying for here a long time, they like to watch movies.
Yeah.
So they don't see a problem in when I'm complaining.
Let me tell you something. When I first got here, there was a family that we met in the boys' nursery, a woman and her husband. I just felt like every week we were home. I had to call her. I said, I feel like I'm missing something. What is this life like? Because we were literally living in North London at the time. I'm like, what is this life like? Is this
There's
life?
to eat, exactly.
They said, yes, so that's how they do
They're
it.
so good. And
That they just stay at home.
I know the funny thing
this
is,
is madness.
what they do is,
I
when
can't
they
do like this.
when they all come to speak, they're talking about movies, they're watching. Have you seen this show?
It's not this.
And I felt like I was missing
out.
out.
A show at
because
London West End. I want to go see, experience different things. That's why I became very deliberate about dragging Chimezie. I'm like, you know what? So we had to, first of all, my main goal when we first came here, we also had the same experience, just like you, childcare. We said, I was like, eventually, now we're trying to settle, but we must get a nanny because I need to be free to leave this house.
I think there's a struggle. The struggle is different when you're married and when you're single.
Yeah.
I've seen married couples and I struggle and I know I'm single.
You're single, you're even unencumbered because you can have your social life.
Exactly.
Maybe the only thing is that, you're trying to save money, so you're not going to go out as much. But if you had the financial ability, I'm sure you'll be out.
I'm happy to go out as much as I want.
Exactly.
But going out by myself is boring because
that's why you and I are different. Okay?
Going out by myself. Because come on, that's not something. That's not
I
happy
walk up and down.
Subscribe.
I walk up
but you know what's crazy?
Oxford
Now I go out by myself.
Exactly.
Now I go out by myself because I have no choice.
You have no choice. There's nobody to go out with.
And then I realized that I was adding weight unnecessarily because I was home.
But don't you have fun when you go out by yourself?
I now start to get used to having fun by myself.
What do you do when you go out?
I go to watch football at the pub and have a drink, or just go somewhere. And now I deliberately go shopping as therapy for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Even
I just
window
go to shops.
shopping is therapy.
Yeah, I just go to the shop. I walk into all the shops that I like, I like what they're doing. I just go in there.
My
If
office
I'm not
is
buying anything,
is
I'll
right
just go
in
in.
Oxford Circus. Every
that's
time I
such a distraction. What?
every time I go to the office, I must enter Zara.
So that's why you come.
Yes, that's why I always come late. I must enter Zara. I must enter H&M. I must enter. I always.
So I go from shops to shops.
I literally go from shops.
And I enjoy it.
Before I know it,
And I realize that it's something is really helping me mentally.
Yeah.
Because it's helping me stimulate. Now I know what's going on at the moment in terms of like retail and shopping and fashion and stuff like that. So it's helping me.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing that I will always do.
And you have to find ways to keep yourself happy.
Yeah. That's what
And
you have. But you have
yeah.
to just, it's not just finding, you just be being deliberate about it.
Yeah.
If you're not deliberate about it,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose touch.
Exactly.
And the days where I want to go back home, this country is a very boring place.
So what makes you feel that way? What are the triggers that make you feel that
In
way?
terms of like family, friends. In Nigeria, we had it was not stereotypes. We didn't have, we could do things that you didn't even plan to do. But here, you can't you
Nigeria,
have to go out of your way.
you.
I'm
You don't have to
telling
plan
you,
for
You have to go out of
It's
your
to
way.
find you.
Everything
Like
do
this
something.
podcast. The first time I told Dokun about this thing was 2 weeks ago?
Can you give me ice? Can I pass the ice? Sorry.
Was 2 weeks ago, but he had like prior commitments.
Yeah.
So he couldn't make it. So before you see anybody, you have to schedule meetings.
No, you have to
Yes,
plan.
but
oh.
Another thing I've
You have
realized
to
about
plan
this
ahead.
country is because of how
Thank you.
Can you put that?
things don't happen as much from like in terms of like social life. When somebody tells me, "Oh, I'm invited to a party next week," I always look forward to that party next week. Like I'm a child, so I'm always very happy, looking forward. Yeah, just the people told me about this podcast today. Yeah, I was so excited. I have something to do tomorrow because ordinarily, if I wasn't going to out today, I'm going to be home doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I'm like, at my age, what am I excited about? But it's just because the environment
Because the
I'm in
environment
now
has made you very...
is shaping me to be this way now.
You know, when we started doing this whole thing, like, you know what? When we got to Milton Keynes as well, we didn't know anybody. I think we only knew Bola. And then we started being deliberate about talking to people in school. Unfortunately, we are very unserious people. We don't go to church. But we started being deliberate about talking to people in school, finding connections around. And slowly but surely, now, we know a lot of people. I can't even count how many people we know. And we're like, okay, you guys come over, and then we started, because I'm like, really, see, if we can't go out all the time, let's at least, and I know people also want to connect.
Yeah.
They are looking for the opportunity to connect, but nobody has really created it.
In fact, there's this couple who I knew in Nigeria. I met her during work and we became friends. I lobbied her to move to Milton Keynes when she was in Nigeria. Like, she calls me and says, I'm supposed to UK, where should I be? I'm considering the areas. Where do you think I should move to? I said, come to Milton Keynes. She said, what's in Milton Keynes? I said, just come and look around. I'll take you around. and I would, then you can make up your mind.
Yeah, you were even looking for houses for her when she was looking for where to rent. She was going to view.
I went to the station to go and pick. In fact, the boys, they knew you had traveled to Nigeria. So I went to go and pick her up. I put the two boys in the car because I was that desperate to try and have one more person here that we can connect.
That was before I came, isn't it?
Before you came. Went to put her in the car, picked her and her friend, drove them around Milton Keynes, show them the sights, show them William Lake, show them the malls, different. And now, you know,
Milton, if you walk in the Milton Keynes Council and you're walking in, please make this guy ambassador of Milton Keynes.
And she moved. I
attracted more than one person into this Milton Keynes, right?
I think it's one person.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I think
But that one is enough.
Yeah, a whole family. Yeah.
The struggle that I believe like a lot of us had to go through as immigrants is having to get a job. I mean, in Nigeria, it was not as difficult to get a job because you need to, I mean, in Nigeria, if you know somebody, you can get a job. But here, no matter who you know, there's a process. And then the fact that we had to do things that we never really used to do was also a problem. For example, for me, when I started, because I didn't get a job immediately I came, I had to do the warehouse job because I had school fees to pay. And doing that warehouse job is not something I would advise anybody, friend, foe, school.
What was the most difficult thing about warehouse jobs? Because I've heard people talk about...
Yeah, it's difficult because you're standing 24/7. It's 7 to 7.
7 to 7?
Yeah, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 12 hours. And you have 30 minutes break.
30?
You're on your feet. Yeah. You're on your
That has
feet.
to be against the law,
It's
right?
not. Because they're doing it. People are doing it for years, for time. People have been doing this job for time. And you see them very excited about it. And so, yeah, because it was something that's like, is out of my background, out of everything that I stand for.
So why are you standing?
That's the job. You're starting to pack things, you're trying to put things away.
Oh, like you're sorting the warehouse.
Depends on where you are. So different days, different things you're gonna do. So you don't have like a planned job thing you're doing.
Permanent?
Yeah.
No, yeah, anyway.
They put you where they need you.
They put you where they need you, exactly. So what got me into the job was the first day I did it. It was really nice, easy. So I thought, this is like
they did that to suck you in.
And then the money, when you calculate the money, it was quite a lot of money for just a day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll carry on doing this, Jerry.
Yeah.
The second day, they put me elsewhere. Oh my God. I said, I'm not coming back here. So, but because I had like fees to pay.
What was it on the second day?
So the first day I was just packing things into the box. So it was easy. I'm like, that's light work. The next day, they put me into like the proper manufacturing place where we're manufacturing the boxes. So we need to put like chemicals into the thing. And you're standing doing these things. It's a bottle warehouse factory.
Okay.
So once you do that, then you have to go and pick the pallets, you pack them together, put everything, stock them in the pallets. Once that's done, somebody comes and takes the crane to take the pallets away. You're on your feet. You only have 30 minutes break. Yeah, that's it. And then when you go home, you can't even get on the stairs because you have been standing on your feet all day. So I'm like, oh my God, I didn't finish the shit. I just went there for 2 days. Yeah, I walked out. I didn't go back. They owed me money for the last week. I tried to sort that, but I didn't get paid for it that last week because I didn't finish the shift. So I left it. So that was a struggle for me in terms of like jobs. Having to do that as well was a struggle. So I did that from there. And then I moved to the general one. Everyone of us do care. I did care for a couple to be able to sort out my fees as well. So I did that up until what I'm doing now.
Do you have any...
So what are you doing now? Are you happy with it?
Yeah. Now I work in the council now.
Okay.
So I'm dealing with like homeless people and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any stories from your time in care?
Oh,
because people have
stories. Well, my care. So listen, what I've realized is when I hear people talk about their stories, I don't know if I was lucky. I never really had any
issues.
I never really had any. Yeah. So when I hear people talk about their stories, I'll just look at them like, I'm really lucky because I never really had any. Except dealing with the service users, people were caring for. I never really had any problems, really. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It was easy. I don't know how I did it, but it was just easy for me.
I think on the job thing, well, I was lucky because my job in Nigeria kind of moved me to the UK. So it was like an intercompany transfer. They had an office in Nigeria, they had an office in London. Like, go and work in the London office, that kind of thing. So like there was that job sort of security.
Easy, yeah.
Even though when we got here, there was a lot of acclimatizing that had to happen. We had a 2-year-old and a 10-month-old. both boys, both super active, and then having to work at the same time. Chimezie was having to work 9 to 5. I was having to work 9 to 5. We're having to take care of the kids. We had to start doing shifts. It was crazy. And then I was now failing at the job that brought me here.
But I think there's a lot to be said about.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you were failing.
I was failing at the job.
We'll tell the story, but there's a lot to be said about the work culture shift between Nigeria and the UK. Because Nigeria now, for example, most Nigerian bosses, you can't leave before them. Even if it's 6 o'clock,
You can't.
you're supposed to close by 7. Dokun knows what I'm talking about.
I never worked in any. I worked in.
Let's just medical at 5.
That's not the culture in multinational.
Your guy is still around.
Yeah, you have to be
They
there.
expect you to sit down there until he goes.
Yes, that's another thing.
So that's a one-man company in Nigeria. In multinationals, that's not the culture.
Even most companies.
I don't need to
even if
wait
it's not
for my
one man.
boss.
Yeah, even if it's not
Your
one
line
man.
manager
Trust me.
is
Yeah,
looking at
yes,
like
yes,
yes,
yes. Even if
it's
banks in Nigeria.
I managed
Banks in
people
Nigeria.
in Nigeria. I had a team of multiple people.
That's your
They
company.
left anytime, and I didn't care. And I never said them. And my boss,
That's your company, and then it depends on you as well,
Yeah,
right?
it just shows
and my boss never said to me why.
it
you
comes
leaving.
across like you're irresponsible when you leave at your normal actual contract time.
Like to
Well,
go and beyond.
I didn't experience that, to be honest. So even in the UK, like, it's the same call. Like by 5, we're done. Oh, we're done with work. There's nobody has anything to prove. So if you're working past 5, you're doing it because you want to. There's absolutely no expectation.
Yeah.
Manage your time properly. Meet your deadlines. Nobody's gonna ask you any
that's how it
questions.
is. Yeah.
But if you are just sitting in the office because of eye service, I never had to do that as an employee. I never did. So, but back to the story of just how I was failing at the job. I was failing at the job. I said to me, should I quit before they fire me? Because I'm not doing this job very well. I wasn't doing the job very well. I wasn't doing the home thing very well. Everything, failing on both ends.
You are doing the home thing well.
No, it wasn't. But thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I didn't feel like I was. So I think he now said, you know what, focus on the job. I got the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That was what he said. And he wants credits for that.
Give me.
No,
like
I said, okay, thank you. Do you know, I mean I was hard for him because sometimes I would go to work and then I'll come back. Even when I'm leaving, he's like, go get it. Because he was working fully remote. So he was doing his calls.
I'll do all the work.
He was making his calls and kids will be screaming and he's like, oh, it's okay. But when I come back, I'll see that Chimezie's face has changed. When I leave, he's smiling. When I go back, he's frowning. He's frustrated from a day of.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Something has to give. This is crazy. This is not working. We eventually got the boys into nursery full time. And then things started becoming sane. It wasn't until 2 years in that we fully settled. Then we could now say, okay, we're in a good place to afford a 9.
Can I abuse you?
And then
When we're moving,
okay.
this is why I shouldn't listen to women all the time.
Wow.
She made us move with 17 boxes. Was it 17
Wow.
or 12?
Thereabouts.
It was around between 17 and 12. I can't remember how many now.
It was 13
That's a
boxes.
It
lot.
was 13.
Yes.
God bless you. I don't know why we moved 13 boxes. Because
One of it was the boys'
we
things from
found out
the
the
kids.
things that we brought, we didn't use them. True or false?
No, we bought a lot of things for nature and camp.
But they outgrew them.
They are good
quickly.
and really quickly.
So
actually.
most of the
Could
time
have
we
just-
bought were with them. Me, I went to go and bring, I like 1380. I went to go and pack my 1380. I've not worn those 1380 since we moved here.
Yeah.
So we just got a lot of stuff that we did not need.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
when you're moving to the UK,
It's
you travel light.
Yeah, travel lights. Yeah.
Because something like
Me, I
actually
went
you
shopping.
buy here.
I wasted everything I brought. I did not wear because
Yeah, it was.
I
it
grew
was a waste
real
of
quick.
money. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a waste
because I
of
just
money.
buy-
We shouldn't have
Sorry,
bought. We shouldn't have bought. So that's just it. It was a shock and then just learning how to work a new set of people in a different culture. And one of the things that I appreciate about moving here too is that in Nigeria, I could do my job with my eyes closed. I'm just a superstar. I didn't even need to try. Yeah, I'm like, the first few months, I was like, you have to.
You have to show, you have to perform.
I now started realizing that you're not the superstar you thought you were, madam. If you don't wake up from your slumber, I just thought it would be that type of easy vibes. And one of the things I realized is that there is value in exposure when you do certain jobs. If you don't have exposure, you will struggle to have certain conversations in certain rooms.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful that I was able to get that exposure with this role. It took a while, but now I'm in a really good place. I'm like clear on what the job is, how to do it, But it wasn't easy getting to that clarity. And the thing that I think the one of the biggest learnings for me was, it's not the same way you're working with Nigerians, where you're working with British, because they don't speak the same way. They don't also reason the same way.
The same way, yeah.
So I had to unlearn my Nigerian reasoning
You have to unlearn.
to learn how to reason like them, because I found that I wasn't able to communicate in a way that they were able to. So I was like, okay, how do they want to see this thing, and how do they reason? And that was when I started making headway. It was.
I feel like another thing that I was going to just call attention to in terms of like our struggles as immigrants is the working, in terms of like working as well, is because it was most of the jobs here, they are shift patterns. So it tends to take a lot from you in terms of like, because you're working shift basis, so you don't have time for yourself. For example, you're working either Monday to Friday, your days are scattered. Whether you're doing long days or you're working overnight. A lot of people didn't learn to work overnight. So it affected a lot of people. That's why you see people just dying and just say the person has died. Because they work.
Really?
Yeah, people are dying from stress.
Really?
Because they tend to work.
I thought life expectancy was really high.
Because Nigerians.
Not immigrants in general. I won't just say Nigerians. If you look at it now, there's a lot of stories on the high that people are just dying. They died in the room, they died somewhere. It's just because they've accumulated so much stress from the shift part, the way they work.
Do you think it's a shift, or is them not being able to balance?
There's no balance. My point is there's no balance, really.
And I'll tell you why. So for a long time...
12-hour shift work day is insane.
I agree.
I'm not going to lie. No sane human being, sorry, Chimezie, no sane human being should do that warehouse job. Don't take it as a full-time job. That's
it's nonsense.
I agree.
It's insane.
Yeah? But there's something that maybe I should know personal experience. Now, she used to call me Aigbeme, even though she was hard at setting me up. She was the one that bought my PS5.
Yep.
Yeah?
As a gift.
But it's not that puts me, okay, let's leave that first. But she was the one that got me the game, but she used to use the game.
As a gift to use responsibly.
Don't use responsibly.
Okay.
But here's the thing, I don't go out. Yeah? So the only, like, not vice, I won't call it a vice, hobby, escape outlet that I have is gaming. So I know that even when I've had a stressful day, whatever, I spend time with my lovely wife, the kids are in bed.
Okay. Because you don't spend time with FIFA. Okay.
Don't,
sometimes. Okay.
Don't
continue. Expose now. I have nothing to hide.
I expose you. So that's my escape. Like when I want to de-stress, even though FIFA, that seems to stress me. It's not enjoyment anymore. The amount of toxic people online. It's more work now than enjoyment. But that's my escape, and I read a lot of books. So recently I've been reading a lot of fictional Roman military history books. Yeah, and that's my escape. So you have to find something that allows you to de-stress after your 9 to 5 is done. And I think that's what maybe people have not really found, and that's why it's impacting them the way that it is.
Yeah, they've not found that. I would say they've not found that because not a lot of people here as immigrants have the opportunity to work 9 to 5.
Yes.
They're working longer hours.
Yes.
So, and they're doing so the more longer hours they do, the more time they don't have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And bear in mind that a lot of people have to run into debt to come here.
Yeah.
So they have things to pay. There's so much more things for money to be done. So because of that, they haven't really had to sit down to think, okay, what am I even doing for myself? What do I even want to do? Why am I here?
Exactly, yeah.
They're not going to enjoy the environment here because
there's
a risk they are running.
There's
a risk they are running to.
Exactly.
So that's another thing.
How do I even distress? For me,
you want to share your job? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, for me, what makes me happy? Football. I play a lot of football and I watch a lot of football. Like my weekends, I can literally devote it to football. Watch football from the 12:30 kickoff up until La Liga till 10 p.m. So that keeps me. I don't know. Keeps me going, basically sane. And how did I start to build a little bit of community in Bedford? So I stepped out one day to go drink because when I'm tired, I'll just go out, then I'll take 2 pints of beer. And I saw people walking to the pub after football. I'm like, where did you guys play football? They said somewhere around the corner. immediately I got their number because I didn't even want to lose them that night because I needed to play football. I got their numbers and I started to play football with them. So it became a culture to play football, and after football,
Have a pint or two.
So
Yeah.
I was always looking forward to Tuesdays because that was like my favorite day of the week.
I'm sorry, Dokun.
Yeah.
What is the legal limit for drinking in the UK? Is it like 3 pints or 4 pints?
Drinking and driving or drinking?
No, drinking. I think it's drinking.
I wasn't driving. I wasn't driving.
No, I'm asking
Yeah.
for my own.
It's two.
I feel like is it 2 or 3?
I think it's 2.
Are you allowed to drink at all?
Yes.
Yes.
And then
There's a limit.
2 pints.
Can't go.
Yeah,
I think it's 2
2
pints.
Yeah, 2 pints.
You can't take
Okay,
2
about
pints.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you asking? Are you planning to drink and drive? I'm confused by this question.
I'm just for my knowledge, education.
Got it. Okay. We don't drink and drive anyway.
Yeah. So that was it for me. And then they started inviting me to
Outing.
beyond football. Hey, come to my house. What are you doing tomorrow? Bring your family. Let's meet here.
Are they Nigerians or
No Nigerian at all. Ghanaians, Zimbabweans, Mauritius, English.
So Africans, mostly.
Not really Africans, mixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all
Eastern European guys, the British. No,
Yeah.
mixed. Trust me, mixed.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I started to create a community. Not like I go there every time.
Yeah,
But
but
at
you
least,
have people.
I know that I have people.
Yeah.
I was moving to a new house. I
Yeah.
had someone that volunteered to say, hey, can I help you fix your TV? Can I
Yeah.
have your TV on the wall?
Yeah.
Someone said, can I come fix your bed? Another person said, can I come do this? And
Yeah.
I mean, it's been interesting.
Yeah. I
That's
think that's really exciting.
And that's something that I think we've spoken about off camera is Nigerians, we don't act like the Asians, Indians, Chinese and stuff that move here. They usually rally together to advance further faster.
Like
But
advance the
Nigerians-
community faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nigerians are more
And not
individualistic.
just, yeah.
Yep.
And not just like, oh, come, let's hang out. Like financial advancement. Like Indians, they would all like live together. Oh, is this person trying to buy a house? Like they really support their community. It's very inspirational. I wish we
That's
did more.
key, yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
we
like,
did more.
why
of that.
why
yeah.
do we Nigerians?
I feel like it's our own.
Like we like, oh, I have my own
feel like
business.
it's our
I'm not gonna
upbringing.
share. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna focus on my business and
feel like-
driving myself.
From what I've realized and conversations I've had with people, I feel like
The
it's
trust
just the
thing.
yes.
The
And I
trust
feel
thing.
like they want to be better than the next person. So they want to give the opportunity to the next person to also grow, because they feel like if I'm the one that's growing, why should you grow as much as me?
It's nothing.
That's
Yeah,
that's it.
part of it.
That's part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've had conversations and then when you see people talk about, they don't want to give you opportunity.
Yeah. And they make it seem like it's difficult for you to achieve things.
But that might be
And I've got a personal experience. As simple as getting a job. There's this person that I know that works in a company that they can take me in the company. But he says, no, he can't let them bring me into the company because he doesn't want a lot of Nigerians in the company.
like he told you.
He didn't tell me. He told somebody he told somebody that was going to help me.
My
And
jaw
supposed to be your
on the
friend.
floor.
Yeah, no, I don't know him personally.
Oh,
I
got
know
you,
but my cousin knows him. He knows him as his friend. So
Okay.
I needed the job at the
Like
time.
I don't want.
He said, yeah, exactly. So more
company to be
like,
crowded with
thank you.
Nigerians. That's
And I'm like,
crazy.
there's no logic behind it, because first of all, it's not your company. Yeah, but
Exactly.
Yeah.
there's no logic behind
There's
why
absolutely no
I should
logic.
do their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just put in the word and that's it. That's all it means. Put in the
Yeah.
word and then I'm in. And he says, yeah, sorry, he can't. And he didn't, to be honest. Genuinely. So yeah.
That's insane.
So I'm talking from like personal experience in terms of like opportunities. Nigerians don't really want every other Nigerian to grow as much as they've grown.
Yeah.
But that might be true for strangers or acquaintances. But can you say that's true for friends? Like if me and Dokun now are friends, you know, would Dokun want to keep me at a level because he doesn't want me to match up
Exactly.
to
That's what I was like.
I
Are
also
you sure
feel
that?
like-
But you also
Because I would never say to my friend if there's an opportunity, oh, I don't want you, or I would never even think.
You know, I think
I'm actively looking for ways
that's where individual differences come
to
into play.
find opportunities. Like, guys,
As-
what can we
For
do?
example, Dokun now can say there's an opportunity for me to go and he tell me not to, or I can't do the same as well, because we've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
And then we just all just want to grow and see each other grow, basically.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the difference, because I think in some of these other communities, as long as you are from where we are, we will find a way to bring you in. I don't need to know you. I don't need to be friends with you. I guess that's the difference with us. I need to know you. I need to know your father. I need to know your mother. I need to know your wife, your kids, because it's
Someone
a
that can
trust
vouch for
issue.
you,
Yeah, it's a trust issue.
And also because we've heard stories about how you help somebody in, they try to take you out from where you brought them in. We've heard stories about that as well.
Which is the third point.
Yeah, that's why it's a trust issue. Yeah, if I don't trust you, so you don't come and stab me in the back. I have to.
And the thing
I
is,
have to be
people
careful.
will stab you in the back, really.
Yeah,
So
they will.
You also
And
not
let's talk a lot.
Not
Thank you for not trying to
everyone.
speak me out.
Okay, Jim, do you want to share your own job story? Because it's an interesting story, and then we can.
Is it?
Yes, now.
So when we moved, Dokun and I worked together.
Yeah, I know that already.
And when I was leaving, Dokun was like, why are you going? Because up
Well,
to
you
that
were
point,
very unhappy, so it was a good thing you decided to leave. Yeah.
I was happy until I became unhappy.
Yeah.
Because when we started, we only had what's that thing that they gave us, like an approval certificate, license.
Yeah.
We only had a piece of paper, and then the CEO says, "Go and make money with this license." So we connected to all 4 telcos in Nigeria. We got several tier 1 banks to pass traffic through us because we were like a messaging aggregation business. That was our vertical. So the company had multiple verticals, but the vertical we were responsible for was the messaging. So we had tier 1 banks, tier 2 banks, other source of traffic. And we were doing good. I was happy, even though the salary, when you converted it from Naira to... In Naira time, it was significant.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of money. We were balling.
Yeah, we're balling. Yeah, I promise you.
Yeah, we're balling.
It was not enough to pay for daycare. Per month.
Yeah, by the time the exchange rate went to shit, it was time
When
to
we
cut.
moved, it was 750.
Yeah, it was 750.
But then
yeah.
quickly went to 2K.
Yeah.
And so she kept on telling me, leave this place, get a key job. And
I was like, done this shit. This isn't
I
working.
enjoy the successes that we were recording.
Yeah.
Like every time me and Dokun would speak, we are doing
Milestones that we're already reaching.
we were breaking like 99% of the company's revenue was from our vertical. So every day that you go to work, you have personal satisfaction. Yeah, because you can see the fruit of your labor. Even though you are not millionaires or anything, but just the personal satisfaction that we are doing something and it was working. So something happened and things went sour. And then that was the point where I realized that I need to move. And so I resigned almost on the second year anniversary of when we moved, because we moved October 2021. October 2023 was when I resigned.
And as you know, by that time, that was around the time the exchange rate just went to shit as well.
Well, and I resigned. I started looking for jobs. Like Dokun said earlier, I got unfortunately. So
that one is normal.
we like you, but many.
But I think it's also good to mention that you were even only able to resign because when we moved, we started investing in property. So we're making some passive income from property. That was the only reason Chimezie was able to resign. If we didn't have that property income at the time, I would have had to really cut back on our lifestyle for him to resign. But he was only able to resign because we had the income from
that's true.
From property. And that's
not a lot of things, the opportunities that people have, people that
because if that wasn't the case and maybe I was under pressure and I was still on shaky footing and you saying that job, happy or sad?
I promise you.
Because he came and was like, he's unhappy. I was like, well, it is what it is. Like I've always, even before he got to the place of, I'd always been a champion of, I can see that the economy is going to tank. So you need to people say, I'm getting personal fulfillment from this job.
No, and that's the truth. We were getting because we were.
Yeah,
he was happy, but me, I was just like,
we were.
But then
that's not enough, bro.
By October, by February or so, after several months of rejections, I got a interview. Common interview. So I did 2 levels of interviews, and then I got.
But you were lucky. You were quite lucky because it was less than 3 months before he found something really good that he was really really excited when you got.
Yeah, another thing I realized about jobs here is you don't get called for interviews. Like before you get called for one interview, you must have gotten like
700 rejections.
They just wanted me to come through. I don't know if it was like we're not doing it right or there was something that was just. I don't know.
No, there's back end filtering. Sometimes they see your name and they just pass. That's the truth.
But I think also that's valid.
Yeah.
But also, we are in an environment where the competition is very high. In Nigeria, it's mostly us Nigerians competing against each other.
No, but competition is high in Nigeria because there are much fewer jobs and much more qualified people. Do you understand what I mean?
Experience and education. I think there's a bit of there's a segment of the workforce that is just there are different levels. Or like here where you have people that have worked in US, have worked in Google and stuff. You know, you're competing with people who are as qualified as you, as educated as you. Or like Nigeria where there's pressure, yes, but not as.
I feel like most of them it was more of what they
most of them exactly. Yeah, a lot of them didn't go to school. A lot of them, it's experience.
They grew into it.
I'm telling you, you have to be on my side in this podcast.
Look at it.
Yeah, the truth is when you start working for a UK company, a proper UK company, and I think you'll start seeing opportunities. I think that one of the challenges would be when they see your CV and they say, you don't have UK facing like, they'll be like, okay.
Once you get your foot in the door, it is easier to then find.
Even now, because I understand that the fans have sacked a ton of people, you know. And
who has sacked a ton of people?
The fans, Facebook, Amazon, Google, and those guys.
Okay.
And so there are a lot of highly skilled people in the workforce now looking for jobs. And their CVs have the companies that you might not necessarily have. So even if you have UK experience, it might not be easy for you to get a job now because of the state of the labor markets right now.
Well, that's fair, but ultimately,
I think your chances are, in regards to that, your chances are higher than those that are just coming.
in.
That's true.
Yeah.